good music on, road trip to Chennai, and a cheap meal later. I'm so excited.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
What's going on YouTube? So I'm going to show you my entire back and shoulder workout. I started my workout working on the adductors and abductors, which is inner and outer thigh. Here you see me doing the adductors followed by lunge jumps. I did this on back and shoulder day because I'm working for Fit Factor and I feel I need to tone down my thighs a little bit more. So I'm doing this every alternate day basically. Just changing the weights I use and the reps I use though. Now here I'm working on my inner thighs. I selected heavier weights to do 8 to 10 counts only, and I did about 3 drop sets. So I would do 8 to 10 counts and then reduce the weight, do 8 to 10 more counts, and then reduce the weight again. Notice how I'm going really slowly on my way out, concentrating on the negative reps. This is going to give you a very, very good burn if you're trying to work on your inner thighs. So, this is one of my favorite machines also to work on the inner thighs, by the way. It just a couple of weeks into this and you're going to start seeing results very, very quickly. Okay, so after this I started my shoulder and back workout. Military press, you see me doing 10 pounds here on either sides. I did 8 to 10 counts and then increased the weight 5 pounds each set and went up to 25 pounds on either sides. And once I touched 25 pounds on either sides, I started dropping the weights. And the last set I did a drop set where I started with 25 pounds and did 4 counts, then went to 20 and did 4 counts, 15 and 4 counts, all the way down till I was doing only bar 4 counts. So that was the last set. I superset this with pull-ups. Again, on the pull-ups I was concentrating on the negative reps, so I went up for 1 count and took about 4 to 5 counts to come down. You see me struggling on the pull-ups because I did pull-ups in my cardio session in the morning also on the same day, so I was really exhausted. But I went as slow as I could on the way down and not concentrating on my on my way up. This really helped activate the back muscle fibers. So that was a superset. I then went on to the shoulder press. This was my last set actually, the one which I recorded where I went up to 35 pounds with very little support. I started with 25 pounds and then worked my way up to 35 pounds. I think I did 4 sets, each one of 8 to 12 repetitions. It was higher repetitions when the weights was lower. And I think I did 6 to 8 repetitions on my last set of 35 pounds here. I superset this also with lateral raise. I really feel lateral raise and shoulder press together as a combination works so good in terms of burning those shoulder muscles. So I enjoy doing that. Yeah, you see me doing the lateral raise here. I did about 12 to 15 repetitions after every set of shoulder press. With very light weights, it was only 15 pounds, I believe. I did not concentrate much on the weight. I was just trying to get the final burn in after the shoulder press. You guys should try this, it works amazing. Going back to back, I did the lateral lat pull down. This grip which I'm using right here, it's one of my favorite to work on the back. I did a triple drop here, so I did 8 to 10 counts and then dropped it, 8 to 10 counts and then dropped the weight and did 8 to 10 counts. I did 4 such sets, which adds up to 12 total sets on the lat pull down. This is one of my favorite machines to work the back muscles. Just remember to squeeze down when you come all the way down. So when you come down, just squeeze and just hold for about 1 second and then go back up. You see my lat activated, and this really works on back muscles so well. I did not superset the lat pull downs, but this was my next variation for the back. A cable crossover, I want to say, for the back though, not for the chest. So you see the lat muscles again activated here. I used very light weights and did 12 to 15 repetitions. This was kind of a finisher. So I was exhausted after my lat pull downs. I did not want to go ahead and do anything else. But because the back was anyways really activated, I wanted to use something as a finisher, and I used the cable crossover in this position as a finisher using lighter weights and doing as many repetitions as I could. I want to say I did about 12 to 15 repetitions. Again, really activates the back muscles very well. So once I was done with that, I use the single arm lat pull down. Now this really works on the bra area. So what generally women tend to have is the bra fat, the little bit of fat which hangs out from the back of your lat, the lower part. This really activates that. You see the muscle moving when I'm doing the workout. I did 8 to 10 per hand, and then I switched and I did four such sets without taking any break in between. So when I was working the right side, the left side was resting, and when I was working the left side, the right side was resting. This is an amazing exercise again if you want to work on the back. Now this one, I saw someone in the gym doing this and was really intrigued. I love this. Was the first time I tried this variation. It works on your hamstrings, your adductors, abductors, core, everything, and back and shoulders also. So I did four such sets, and I superset that with the upright row. Again, working on the back muscles, mostly the traps. I used very light weights on the upright row again, getting in as many repetitions as I could because my shoulders were completely exhausted. So I was just trying to get in as many repetitions as I could on the upright row. So that was the end of my workout, guys, back and shoulders. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more workouts by me. Also like, comment, share in terms of what kind of material you'd like to see from me, so I start working towards it and get to help you. Enjoy the rest of the video. I talk a little bit about how to reset your digestive system. Cheers, guys. Have a good day. Bye. I tried to find the most non-messy spot, but because I'm just back from the trip, everything's messy. I just wanted to talk about what I ate 3 weeks before preps, and I guess this will help a lot of you guys who just want to re-incline their digestive system or get their digestive system back on track. What I generally do is 3 weeks before preps, I keep my food, my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the main ingredient, the main component, or like the main carbs, same, and then I switch up the micronutrients only. So my macros remain the same and my micronutrients switch up, and this is how I do that. So for breakfast, if I have quinoa, I'm gonna have quinoa for the next 3 weeks non-stop. Lunch is gonna be lentils and rice, and dinner would be tofu. Now, just to make sure that I'm getting enough micronutrients and vitamins from all food groups in, I would still have quinoa in the morning, but then the toppings which go on top, it could be the raisins, nuts, fruits I use, is gonna change. And then for lunch, it would still be rice and lentils, and then the veggies which go with that is gonna be different every single day, so I get my macros in. Now, how this helps the digestive system is your body starts understanding certain kinds of food and starts expecting that every day at the same time, which makes it so much easier to digest. I've tried doing this before and it's worked amazing for me, especially now, like 3 weeks out of Fit Factor, when I do not want any bloating at all every single morning I wake up. This really works fantastic. So I think you guys should try that. Keep your main macros same, and then just switch up the micronutrients or just play around with the vegetables and fruits, and it will make a huge difference. Also, the last 3 weeks I'm going to go the highest ever I go in terms of my protein content. So I'm going to take about 30% of my calories coming in from protein. I generally never ever go over 20-25% is like the maximum limit when I'm training, when I'm not competing. But 3 weeks out of Fit Factor, and I want to put on just a little bit more muscle mass, will be 30% protein, and then about 60-ish% carbs and 10% coming in from fat. Now these are going to change for everyone, so do not try and follow this. Everyone's requirements are different based on your health goals, and your macros should be different. But look at some of my look at my website, link below, and shoot me an email, and I might be able to help you figure out what your macros should be based on your health goals and training regimen. Okay, that's it.